Good morning, crafters, and welcome to Hunky Dory TV on this fabulously festive Friday. We hope you've had a lovely start to your day, and we also hope that an hour with us is going to improve it even more. My name's Dan. I'm going to be your host for the hour. Together today we have the lovely Emily producing the show. Morning, Em.
Morning.
Good morning. That was a sprightly morning there. And we have our fabulously festive lady at the demonstration station. It's Catherine. Good morning, Kat.
Good morning.
Good morning. Wow.
I know, it's Friday.
You sang us good morning. I love that.
Oh God, I'm very sorry. I do apologise.
No, how are you, darling? Are you well?
I'm really well.
We've just been having a conversation about your hair because I said, you look different. What is it?
Yeah.
She had a haircut 2 weeks ago and I've only just noticed. Typical man. It's embarrassing. I am sorry I've let us all down. Okay, what have we got going on today? Well, it's our Thank Craft It's Friday show. We've got loads going on. We're going to be spinning the wheel later on in the show. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Kat will spin the wheel later on in the show. We've got our Win It Weekly competition as well, so we're giving away prizes. But today is all about a brand spanking new launch. It's called Little Red Robin, and we're going to show you some gorgeous, gorgeous cards that have been made with it very, very soon. First, let's look at our Win It Weekly competition. Here we go. Bring it up on the screen. Here we go. On the screen, we have our question. Every week we do this. This week we're giving away a Fairyland Mirri Magic collection. I can show you it. There we go. That's the gorgeous Welcome to Fairyland Mirri Magic collection. Lots of light in here. So it's a Mirri Magic finish. So it's got that gorgeous Mirri finish with sort of light that trips off it. It's really, really pretty. All the fairies in there, of course, as you can imagine. You're going to make at least 16 cards with this collection, but are you going to be one of the winners? There's going to be 5 winners. To be in with a chance of winning, here's what you need to answer. Why was a football match postponed 29 times? Was it A, adverse weather? Was it B, a serial streaker on the pitch, which is my personal favourite?
I know, I was watching on Monday.
It's good,
You were getting rather carried away with that one.
Sorry about that. Was it A, adverse weather, B, a serial streaker on the pitch, or is it C, clashes with a cheese festival? All very odd, I'm sure, but one of those is true. Emily has promised us. If you want to be with a chance of winning, just comment your answer. The people who commented correctly, because there is a correct answer, either on Monday, on Wednesday's show, or today's show, will be in with a chance of winning. Of course, you can also enter on the Hunky Dory Hub at hunkydorycrafts.co.uk, which is the place to be. Trolley Dash was on Wednesday. It was Rebecca and Natalie.
It was, yes, yeah.
Brought you Trolley Dash, I think. And there were about 40 or so items that they brought you. 12 are left in stock. That's an amazing amount of, so that must be 70% of the products have sold out, something like that. If you like Trolley Dash, and Trolley Dash is where we go around our warehouse and we find loads of awesome goodies and we slash those prices, put them in our trolley, and then you can put them in your trolley. Check them out on our website. If you want to do that, you've got to get in there quick. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do another Trolley Dash next Wednesday, but I might get in trouble for saying that if it hasn't been planned yet. But I'm hoping that we can. There are only 12 left, but those will be available until the end of the weekend, it says on here, until Monday. Until stocks, while stocks last, of course. As it says, so many products have already sold out. Our Whoopsie Teddy Bears Picnic paper pad is still there and available for just, is it £2.99? Yeah. It's amazing. £2.99 for a whole paper pad that's normally £9.99. I think it's brilliant. Okay, so what is today about? I've got the cheesiest line to read you of the week. Christmas is near when robins appear.
Aww.
Isn't that lovely?
Very
Christmas
cute.
is near when robins appear. Christmas must be all year round in our garden because we've got a little robin. We've called him Tony, which is an odd name for a robin, I'll be honest with you.
I like it.
But do you like it? That's
Yeah.
good. But he's always there, sitting on the spades, he's on the wheelbarrows, he's fantastic, flittering around our garden, he's absolutely lovely. Would you like to see our brand new Little Red Robin collection? I'll show you first some beautiful VT with some lovely inspiration of the cards that have been made. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love those cards that have been made by the design team. This is the new Little Red Robin collection in its entirety over at our big display. At the top here, this top level, you've got the gorgeous luxury topper collection. So it's got this beautiful robin and his friends as well, actually. There's more than one, believe it or not. With birdhouses, there's artwork, traditional, lovely artwork with the old boot, the winter boot, as you can imagine. Don't worry, we will show you these all in really close detail. On the spade in the garden, you've got baskets, you've got the post box, the lovely Christmas red post box. It's really, really pretty, traditional Christmas artwork with lovely gold foiling. When you look at this, you'd think it would be silver foiling, but the gold foiling is absolutely beautiful, really, really works. We have a luxury topper collection here. Inspiration sheet here, as you can imagine, with loads of cards that have been made. I can show you there. To the side, we've got the inserts, 36 sheets of inserts. To this side, we have a concept card collection. You get your envelopes with it, of course, but it's one of the most versatile concept cards that I've ever seen. Some of the stuff that Kat's been doing with it, I'll show you in a minute, absolutely beautiful. You get some snowfall acetate in that, of course, as well. Down at the bottom, you've got a little book. Now, all of that is available as part of our ultimate bundle for this collection. So if you like Little Red Robin, you want the ultimate bundle, all of this is available, all of this is part of it. We also have some adorable scoreable here that coordinates with the colours that go beautifully. We have moonstone cutting dies, we've got For the Love of Stamps, and we've got some ribbon. There is so much in this collection. Shall we take a little bit of a closer look over at the other shop? Let's go and have a look. Here we go. This is absolutely beautiful. It was launched on Create and Craft on Wednesday, is that correct? I think it was Wednesday. And it was so popular. When I show you this, you're going to see why it's so popular. This is our luxury topper collection. So this is £19.99. It's got the beautiful Little Red Robin artwork in there. There's the inspiration sheet, as you would expect, with some lovely cards that have been made by the team. Information about the coordinating products that you can get as well. There's 8 topper sets in here, so 4 designs, 2 of each, with this gorgeous robin imagery. I love this with the boot.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful, isn't it? The colours in this are so nice. They're a beautiful holly green, Christmas green. There's Christmas red in there, of course. There's a lovely frosted blue to this as well, and the sky blue as well. The birdhouse here, really, really pretty. Everything here, your toppers, as usual, foiled and die cut. You just press them straight out of the backing sheet. You can see the light on this foil here. It's so beautiful. Ribbon borders, as you'd expect. Sentiments all over the place. You get 2 of each of these sheets. So every sheet I show you, you get 2 of. Cardstock that you can really chop into.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
350 GSM, adorable scoreable cardstock, as you'd expect from us here at Hunky Dory. And we've got printed cardstock in there as well. There's the one with the boot. Isn't that beautiful?
Gorgeous.
I love those little robins, so cute. So you can see the details of the Ultimate Collection have come on screen there. The Ultimate Collection includes this topper collection. You also get your inserts, your concept cards, and your little book. You save 12 quid with that, which is good. The post box as well. That's really nostalgic and traditional, isn't it? Love these oval sentiments as well, circular sentiments. Circles just seem to work with this robin artwork, don't they?
Very much so.
And can you see here as well, you've got this lovely foiled, intricate sort of filigree design around here as well. And you've got all these, the holly leaves are all accent foiled. There's a bit too much light, so we're getting a bit too much light on the camera, I'm afraid. Gorgeous, you've got the golden snowflakes falling down. How pretty. There we go, another one of those. And of course, so as I say, 2 of every sheet here. The basket there is really pretty. I think the artwork here is very special.
It's lovely, and I think there's some of them as well that you don't just have to use for Christmas cards. You could do winter birthdays and stuff.
Any winter birthdays, yes, certainly. Look at this, the accent foiling is absolutely gorgeous. Love this, where you'd expect to see your robins anywhere that they can perch. On the swing here down at the bottom as well. Really nice. So this is your Little Red Robin topper collection. So £19.99, you can get this with 24 sheets included. All adorable scoreable, guaranteed not to crack or feather when you score it with our adorable scoreboard. There's so many elements in here, individual elements, but all using this gorgeous Robin artwork and all this different imagery. There's so much imagery and so many different designs in this as well. Yeah, there you go, especially for you. So it's not just Christmas, as you say. Let It Snow as well. Really, really pretty. Love this, this sort of snowy background that's used everywhere as well. Very pretty. So that's £19.99 if you want that. Shall we go over to Kat straight away for a demo? Is that okay? Are you ready, Kat?
I am ready, yeah.
Oh, let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay, so I'm going to take that lovely postbox one we were looking at with the circles.
Beautiful.
And I, like you said, chopping into this card, I'm going to try and use as much as this piece of card as I possibly can to get the most out of it. So I'm going to start on the red side with the section and cut the base for my card to 7 inches, or slightly under, my usual 3 notches under.
So we're in for a 7x7 card, are we?
We are going for a 7x7, but we're going to jazz it up with a little bit of a snowfall acetate dome on it.
Is it going to be jazzed up? I'm sure people at home can notice. Is it going to be as jazzed up as your gorgeous nails?
Oh, thank you.
They are fabulous. They're like it's like an oil on water, isn't it?
It is, yeah, that
it's
kind
beautiful.
of. I always think of it as more like a petrol effect. I don't know why.
It's the same as the Prism scissors.
It is, yeah.
Fabulous.
So I'm going to bring back in the other side, and I've still got enough here to cut a 5x5 section that we can put back onto the red section and use as much as we can of this stock.
I love how in the artwork they're squeezed up on one side.
I know.
It's very cute, isn't it?
Very, very cute. Okay.
Keep him warm.
So I'm just going to cut my mats for these, so that would be a 5-inch and a 7-inch.
So gold mirror is obviously the right choice for use with this because you've got the gold foil used throughout. Lovely accent foil for all these robins. The borders and the frames of the toppers are all in this lovely gold. But if you want a little bit of extra gold added in there, if you want to mat and layer like Kat's doing, the golden mirror is available on our website. In fact, we've got all those gorgeous Christmas colours. And there's a new Christmas pack, isn't there? Emily, I think that we showed last week, a new festive pack of mirror.
Yeah.
And what price is that?
$11.99.
$11.99. And am I right in saying it's 30 sheets?
It's a mega buy.
It's a mega buy.
I need to go and get myself one of those.
They're really
I've not
nice. It's
had a
got
read
so
through
many
that yet.
different colours in it. So it's not just got the gold and the silver. Obviously, there's the rainbow, there's black, there's the postbox red, because that would work as well, wouldn't it?
It would, yes, yeah. So just using my construction glue to stick my mat and layers down.
So construction glue is in stock, everybody. You will be glad to know for all of your Christmas card making, we are not out of stock of construction glue. It is my life's mission to make sure that we don't run out of construction glue again. We've got another shipment coming. There was a bit of trouble on the Suez Canal a couple of months ago, wasn't there? But luckily, our construction glue was not held up in it.
That's good. I would have had to protest. It's about the only thing I'll get political over is construction glue.
Construction glue?
So I'm going to pop this back on to the red base layer in the bottom right hand corner of the card. So we've chopped it up and put it back together again to make our own background.
So you can see there the use of just the simple border of gold mirror around a piece of cardstock when you're matting and layering. It really helps to lift it away from the card behind, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah, just helps it pop out and stand out. So I'm going to take out this lovely matching topper and frame.
Nicola says that she thought A4 gold was out of stock. The mirror, it absolutely shouldn't be. It should be in stock on our website, and I massively apologise if it is out of stock, but don't worry if it is. We'll be looking at it straight after the show, or in fact, I'm sure someone will jump on it and get that back in stock because we do have it. Obviously, our mirror, we stock the world-renowned, really, actual mirror card, not mirror card. So
yes.
It's the bee's knees of mirror card is mirror card. And of course, we have it by the pallet, pallets upon pallets of gold. So don't worry, we have lots in the building, I absolutely promise you. If for any reason it isn't on that website right now, it will be very soon.
What would we do without Gold Mirror card?
Oh, I know. Lots and lots of people, Kat, saying adverse weather to us.
Ooh.
Not enough people saying streaking to us.
No.
There's not enough streakers on today. We need more streakers.
You might get one in the match tonight.
We
you never
might
know.
get one in the match tonight. So will you be watching?
No.
Is
It clashes with the rugby.
Oh, well, there you go. Yes,
And I'm sorry, I'm a
you're
rugby girl,
aren't you?
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it tonight.
So, take our frame, and I've just added some of the foam pads on there. And I'm just going to pop this to the left-hand corner. And yeah, it is going to cover a little bit of the original image, but then the top is the same, so we bring it back in. So we're still echoing it. We've still got those two lovely robins on there.
So people asking about the construction glue and whether it has a smell. It is a solvent-based glue, construction glue. So there is a smell to it, but not when it's dry. So it goes off and it isn't super strong like... it's not a smell like the original silicone glue or anything like that. No, but there is... You know it's glue when you're using it, but obviously that smell doesn't carry on. So you won't get a smell in an envelope like you do with some silicone glues, the really old ones.
Yeah, you know that you've used it for a long time.
You know you've used it, for quite some time. You might have to go for a lie down after that, but you don't have to with our construction glue.
No. Okay, so I'm now going to create a domed front for our card. So in one way, I want to cut it 7 inches, so we know it fits that direction. But to create the dome, I'm going to cut the other way to just 8.5 inches. I've just come a little bit under it. I think I've cut my piece the wrong way around.
How much more have you added to create the dome?
Right, I've added another 1.5 inches.
1.5 inches.
So
okay.
that leaves me 1/2 inch either side to fold around the back of the card, and then 1/2 inch to create the dome.
That makes sense. So you've got to secure it, and that's what what 2.5 inches are for. But what you're saying is actually it doesn't need much extra to create the dome.
No,
you're
that's where I used to
surprising,
fall
isn't
short.
it?
Yes, I used to try and add too much. I think, 1 inch should be enough, and you'd be proper bellowing out. But 1/2 inch
that makes sense.
Gives you a really nice dome. So,
Kat, I'm looking at some of these cards that you've made with our concept card that's coming up, and I'm really excited to show people. Honestly, it's really good. The variety that you've managed to create with this is amazing.
I was saying this to Natalie the other week. It's one of my favourite things to do is when she says, right, we've got the concept cards, do sort of stuff with them that isn't the concept card. It really is one of my favourite little jobs.
Fabulous.
So, I've scored that and folded them sides down. Now, I find the easiest way to do this, you can have your dome from side to side or top to bottom. I'm going to go top to bottom on this one, so make sure your card's facing the right direction. And I find it easier to tape my card at the back and then add my acetate, if I can find the end of my roll, than adding the tape to the acetate. But you do what works for you. This is just what I find easiest to make sure it lines up. So top and bottom.
It's super, that Ultra Tack tape, isn't it?
It is.
Really strong. So all the adhesives are in stock on our website. If you want foam pads, they're in stock. Construction glue, white glue, the craft glue pens. We've got finger lift tape. We've got your normal double-sided tape, ultra high-tack tape. Adhesives are absolutely key, and making sure you've got a good stock of them because Christmas card making is here.
It is. So I've just slid my cardstock underneath that edge, and I can make sure it's all lined up before I press down. And after many trial and errors, this is what I find works the best for me. And then the same with this side, but because there's a dome, if you just lift your flat back up, you'll see that your cardstock's, your acetate's longer. So just push it down to the edge, make sure it's all lined up, and then put it down. And then when you pop it back up, you've got this beautiful domed front.
Isn't that brilliant?
To see it.
Dead simple, but isn't that lovely?
It just adds that dimension to your card.
And the key there, I know you've told me before, is the score or the fold, the burnishing on that acetate. You've got to make sure that it's properly folded, because it will stay folded if you fold it, won't it?
Oh, it will. Yeah. So I'm just going to take a piece of ribbon and I'm going to thread that underneath the dome to the top, and I'm going to tie a bow over to the right hand side so we're not obscuring our topper. So I tie one knot when I'm doing bows in situ and not a separate bow, and then I like to double knot it just because it gives me that anchor to make sure it's nice and secure.
That makes sense. Guys, if you like Kat's card making, and we really do here at Hunky Dory, and Kat gets some lovely comments on the cards you make.
I do. Thank you very much, everyone.
Well, that's because you're a superstar, Kat. If you like Kat's card making, Kat does have a Facebook page. Am I right in saying it's Catherine Hunky Dory or Kat Hunky Dory?
It's Catherine Hunky Dory.
Catherine Hunky Dory. So you can find her on Facebook, and she does videos as well for us with sort of demonstrations, so that you can follow through and you can actually copy what she's doing, but along with her, so that you can end up making some of these gorgeous cards that she makes. Obviously, all of our Hunky Dory TV shows are available on Catch Up. You can rewatch them either through Facebook, through YouTube, or indeed through the Hunky Dory Hub.
So I've just tied that bow, and I'm just going to go back to our topper set and take off another couple of the smaller toppers. I've gone again and got the matching robins again, and I'm just going to add this to the top of the acetate, just overlapping the ribbon, and then one more little sentiment in the corner. I couldn't resist Season's tweetings.
So Sarah says that she made a card similar to this for her husband about 5 years ago, and he still has it on his bedside cabinet.
Oh,
isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
And it was made with Hunky Dory too, and that shows Hunky Dory lasts. The quality of the materials that you start with really do matter.
Absolutely.
And that's why we pride ourselves on the quality of Hunky Dory stuff.
So, just a little bit more construction glue to secure this to my card base, and I think I'm going to do this in a tenfold position to mirror the dome coming top to bottom.
Kat, Wendy says, what do you pierce the construction glue with when you first use it?
I usually chop it.
Oh, so you'll just chop the end off?
Yeah, I'll just chop the end off. If I'm knowing I'm doing something really detailed and I want it fine to start off with, just a pokey tool. You can use the end of your pokey tool. That's what it is.
End of your 3-in-1 die brush.
That's it. You can use that. Just make sure you've got something to clean it off with afterwards, because you don't want that to get all sticky. Yeah, that's probably the best thing for it. And there we go. We've just got the reflection on that little.
Kat, that is absolutely lovely. It's really different. That's it. Yeah. Isn't that brilliant? So when you see it from an angle as well, you catch that it's got that lovely bowed snowfall acetate. Snowfall acetate's available on the website, guys. There is a multi-pack of snowfall acetate that you can get with 32 sheets in it for $14.99. You can get it. I think it's 5 sheets for $3.99. 16 sheets for $9.99 or 32 sheets for $14.99. So for half as much, you get double for only half as much again, which I think is brilliant. Okay, that was our Little Red Robin luxury topper collection that we've shown you so far. I'm going to show you this concept card, and I think you're really going to like it. Before I show you what you get, I'm going to show you some of the cards. Is that okay? So if I bring this to here, or would you like it on the other camera, Emily? Other cam, here we go. Okay. So there you go. This is our floating topper concept cards kit. Why is it floating topper? You can see because the topper is floating there in the middle of that snowfall acetate, but also on the inside you get this gorgeous other piece so that you can't see any sticking of your acetate whatsoever. Really pretty. Insert on the inside as well. And this kit makes 8 of these glorious, gorgeous Little Red Robin floating topper concept cards. There are instructions that come with this, as you'd expect, so you get full instructions that explain exactly how to make these cards. But you do not have to just make these cards. If you want to, you can make cards like this, made with the exact same kit. See if I can get that in focus. There we go. So a different type of floating topper card. Really, really pretty. Again, folds flat for posting. Really, really nice. We've got a different version of the bowed front that Catherine just made. A different version there. I'm really sorry about the focus on this. It keeps on going. We've got a lovely little. Do you know what would you call that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's like a mini tent fold, but with a lovely topper sticking out. All of these are made with this kit. Obviously, they are designed to be made in this fashion, but you can make so much out of these. And there's another one, a lovely. I'm just scared about the camera moving. Here we go. Bring it there. There we go. An easel card as well. All of these can be made with this kit. You see, that's using the snowfall acetate for the easel here. The reason why you can do that is because you get loads of snowfall acetate in with this kit. Okay, guys, let me just move these to the side and I will show you exactly what you get in this lovely concept card kit. First off, nice and easy. 4 sheets of snowfall acetate. That's 4 full sheets of snowfall acetate. We just said 5 sheets is $3.99, did we? So you get 4 sheets of snowfall acetate in this. You do not need all 4 sheets of this. This is, overkill is the wrong word. This is, what's a nice word for giving you more than you need? Generous. This is overly generous. Okay, but you get loads of that. You get your inserts. So you get 8 individual inserts, all with beautiful coordinating artwork in the corners as well. Okay. 8 inserts. These will go on the insides of your cards. Of course you get 8 envelopes, as you'd expect. You need to be able to send your cards as well. You get the cards themselves. So this is the card that you start with. I love this at the bottom, lovingly handmade, just on the back of the card, which is really, really pretty. So you get 2 of each of these, the beautiful blue, you get this red, again using these gorgeous backgrounds that you see coordinating throughout the whole of the Little Red Robin collection. That gorgeous green, and this beautiful it's like a wood effect here, isn't it? Really pretty. I don't know if you can catch it on screen, but it's like a wood effect with this beautiful birdhouse as well. Now, Kat's going to show you how to make one of these. Am I right, Kat?
No.
No, Kat's not going to show you how to make one of these.
There will be YouTube.
Okay, it's on YouTube, is it? That's brilliant. But all of this, fold and die cut, again, you'll press these straight out. That's going to become the centerpiece of your floating part. This foil border here is coming out. You don't actually use it, do you?
No.
You've got that foil border to use elsewhere in your card making, which I absolutely love. Then there are 4 topper sheets. Here we go. And these have the lovely inside of those concept cards. So as you can see here with your concept card, on the inside you get this lovely message, which is beautiful. You also get that insert, as you can see, on the inside as well. I think you can work out how these go together, can't you? In your mind. This is the inside here. I'm sorry about all the light here on the, that's better. This is the inside here. Again, you get that lovely foil border here that you're going to be able to use elsewhere in your card making because you don't need it in here. We've left it in there anyway. I think that's nice. A multitude of different sentiments for you to choose from as well, which is really pretty. 2 of those and 2 of these as well. So 2 of the ones with the blue and that gorgeous sort of ivory colour as well. So this is £11.99, makes 8 festive concept cards, includes your envelopes, includes your snowfall acetate, includes the card blanks themselves, includes extra foil borders that you're going to be able to use elsewhere in your card making, extra snowfall acetate you're going to be able to use elsewhere in your card making, and makes these, but also all of these as well, which I think is really, really good. Okay, so that is your second part of your ultimate bundle, should you want your ultimate bundle. The ultimate bundle price is coming up on screen at the minute, £39.96. Includes your topper collection, includes your concept cards, includes your inserts and your little book. So let's take a look at those inserts. Here we go. Okay, so 36 inserts here. 140 GSM, so it's nice and a thick weight insert weight, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
It's a good quality, good standard insert weight. Uncoated, so that if you wanted to stamp on them and add a little bit of extra personality to them, you absolutely can. Lovely watermark finish with the artwork on for the little Red Robin, so that they coordinate beautifully with your card. It just helps to finish things off really, really nicely. Score and fold them. You can cut them down. They're A4, but you can cut them down to,
Of course, yeah.
absolutely any size you want. You can get 6x6s out of them. You can get 7x5s out of them. You can get 5x5s and so on and so forth. 6x4s. Obviously, you can use them just on the inside of an 8x8 if you want.
Yeah.
It's totally up to you how you use your inserts. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you all the... There, if I put them there, that's better. But as you can see, all this gorgeous artwork is there in the corner. Really, really, really pretty. Just helps to finish your card beautifully. 36 sheets for $9.99. Love that post box there. 36 sheets in here for $9.99. 12 designs, 3 of each. It says 150 GSM, not 140 GSM, so maybe I was telling porkies. It's even heavier than I thought. But that's lovely. It's a nice, thick weight. As it's uncoated, you can write on it with anything, with a biro or whatever, and not worry about it when you close the card, it all smudging.
Yeah.
Which is horrible, I think. You know, when you go to all the trouble of creating a beautiful card,
is, yeah.
writing a lovely, lovely message, and then it all gets smudged, you don't get that with these. Part of your Ultimate Bundle as well. So your Ultimate Bundle price was $39.96. You've got this in there as well. Let me show you the little book, and then we'll go back to Kat for another demonstration. Oh, shall we go to this one? Here we go. So your little book of robins. I love that. Isn't it pretty? So cute, these two. Collection times there. Really nice. You get 144 sheets in here in your little book. 150 GSM paper with the sort of satin finish. So it's not glossy, it's satin. Really, really pretty. All the artwork from the Little Red Robin collection and more is in here as well. I love the birdhouse there. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
It's really attractive. But that's gorgeous as well.
Yeah,
that's
very
nostalgic.
cute.
It's traditional. Love the Christmas rose there
Yes.
in the artwork. Really pretty. On the trowel. Is it a trowel? It's not. It's a fork.
Don't ask me when it comes to gardening. I'm not.
Oh, we
I'll leave
love
that.
gardening.
I love that to the other people.
Oh, I'll bring in some radishes. If there's one thing I've got, it's radishes, and I've got lots of them. They're the easiest thing to grow are radishes, so I've got bucket loads of them. Look at this though, the artwork's so beautiful.
It just screams Christmas at you, that
does,
doesn't it?
doesn't it? Christmas is here when the robins are near. That's nice. Really pretty. Isn't that lovely? So again, the Christmas rose artwork there. Love the boot with more than one robin there as well. Don't be fighting over that boot. There's enough boots to go around. Because there are 6 sheets of each design in this little book, obviously you can decoupage them. Some people just whack them onto a piece of mirror card. Super easy. You can do it with construction glue. You can do it with double-sided tape. It's totally up to you. And get 144 separate toppers, which is just balmy, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely beautiful. And there are more images in there as well. It's a lovely little book, £9.99. Again, it's part of your Ultimate Bundle. So if you want that Ultimate Bundle, just £39.96. Guess what? If you are in Club Hunky Dory, and you should be, it's free to join, you automatically get 5% off that price as well. So in fact, on all the prices that you've seen today, we do free gifts. I think the current one is Garden Treasures, it's called. It's a really pretty kit where you just pay the postage. But you could get the Little Red Robin collection with your free gift, your club free gift, for $39.96 minus 5% and free UK mainland shipping. Service are doing a brilliant job. Orders placed yesterday, going out yesterday and today. They are bang up to date. Tiny little thing for anyone who has had any Craft Buddy crystal art kits on back order. They arrived this morning. I say that, it was between 9:52 and 10:30 something that they were coming, so they should be here by now, which means that they are all going out today. So anyone who's been waiting for crystal art, it's on its way to you. Let's go over to Kat for our second demonstration of the day.
I don't know. I'm going to do a stamp one, which we've not shown yet. So
Are
you?
you?
Show the stamps
Would you
first?
like me to show the stamps?
Yeah, so
Yes.
people can
I'm
see what
sorry.
we're going on with.
This was probably I was probably meant to show the stamps, wasn't I?
I don't know.
Am I misbehaving as you? Yeah, I was. As always. Okay, so at the very top of the show, we showed you the Little Red Robin collection over at the big display. There are also some Moonstone dies. There's some lovely ribbon that's available that coordinates with this kit if you want to finish your kit, finish your cards just like Kat did earlier on. There's some adorable scoreable, but there's also some really pretty For the Love of Stamps using this exact same artwork, and one of them is the boot, so you're going to love it. Which one should we go to? We go to this one. Okay, so there are 3 of these available. They're £8 each. They're A6 stamp size. They're made here in the UK. Really high quality artwork. They're designed by Stacey, who is our absolute awesome Moonstone and For the Love of Stamps, or one of our awesome Moonstone and For the Love of Stamps designers. They're made here in the UK. £8 each for these, but you can get all 3. We do a multi-buy at £16. You can mix and match our multi-buy across any For the Love of Stamps across our whole site, guys. So you do not have to just go with these. There is a multi-buy, any 3 for £16, which I think is a great price point. Okay, so let's take a look. So first things first, we have the lovely birdhouse there. Really, really pretty. Which one are you going to go with today?
The boot.
The boot, are you?
The
Okay,
boot.
we'll go to that in a second. You get a couple of sentiments on this, and you get your extra little accoutrement down here in the corner. Yes, I got the word in finally. Your extra accoutrement. These are going to ink up beautifully. They're really high quality photopolymer stamps. And here we have, just let me take a look. It's the robin with the full background, the cottage in the background. Really, really pretty. And the one that Kat is going to do right now for us, which is that gorgeous boot. Again, there's a couple of sentiments, warmest wishes, and another sentiment there, and a lovely, is it the basket there in the corner? I can't really see on the little monitor.
Yeah, like a little basket.
But the boot's beautiful. Okay, guys, shall we go across to Kat and see what she's going to do? Okay,
so I am going to use the boot, and this is quite a traditional stamp card, but again, I'm just adding a little twist to it.
Catherine twist.
A Catherine twist. So, I'm going to use my stamping press, with it being a large size, and I've cut, it's about an A5 piece of white ink me down, but it doesn't have to be precise, as long as you've got enough room around it, because I'm going to die cut this out afterwards, so you want to make sure you've got a nice space. So,
this is really where the stamping press comes into its own, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
When used with large format stamps, because getting the ink off a stamp is all about pressure,
Absolutely.
really. And you need to be able to go back in with it if you haven't managed to get the right amount of pressure in the right places,
Yeah,
isn't that right?
Absolutely.
And obviously with the stamping press, you can re-ink and you know it's going to go back into exactly the same place each and every time.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't got one of our stamping presses, they are available on our website, £29.99 of your finest British pounds. You do get 2 magnets in there, and extra magnets are available as well.
I think I need to get, because I'm down to 1.
Are you down to 1? What happened?
I don't know. I think it stuck to something else
Did
metal,
it?
because
And
they are
yeah.
super absolutely So they like, as soon as you put anything else metal near them, they like
ping-
to
yeah,
migrate.
Absolutely.
So make sure we give this a really good press.
So what kind of
All
ink
over.
pad have you gone with?
I have used the Versafine because I'm using watercolour pencils with this, but I'm just using them as pencils. I'm not using the water element of
And
them.
Versafine ink pads are great for fine detail, aren't
They are, yeah, so for picking up all the little bits in these, like, sketchy style stamps, fabulous. So, perfect.
Ah.
We like it when that happens. Okay.
How often does that happen? 50-50?
No, our stamps and the stamping press are really good, so as long as you make sure you give it a good firm press all over.
Then it should work fine.
Yeah, it should work fine.
Oh,
of course,
super.
there's times it doesn't.
But that's what the
yeah.
stamping press is for.
So we've got our stamped image on here, and this is where I'm going to do a little, here's one I made earlier, because you don't want to stand around for 5 hours watching me colour in. And I'm going to bring in what I started colouring yesterday. And I'm just going to finish off our robins, because they're our main feature at the moment.
Aren't they lovely? I've misconstrued something slightly. Our good friend Stacey has let us know these lovely stamps have been designed by the beautiful Jen.
Oh.
Jen, thank you very much. We have 3 Jens here. We are collecting.
Oh.
We are collecting, and this is Jen number 3, I think, in alphabetical order. I'm not sure, but Jen's an absolute superstar, and she's designed these stamps for us, and aren't they beautiful?
They are. So, I'll just start with the breasts, and I know it seems strange that I'm going in with a yellow rather than a red, but it's just to build. It's just to build up my layers of colours.
I was worried.
I'm not daft.
You know when you get a little bit nervous. Yeah?
You'll see, it'll all come together.
Cat needs
You
to sit
build
down.
up your colours.
Okay, so these are our Prism watercolour pencils that Kat's using. The pencils on their own, I believe, are OOS out of stock. I am very sorry for anyone who wants those. No, do not worry, because the bundle is available. The bundle also there's an awesome book that Wenda wrote for us. It's a fantastic book that teaches you all of the different techniques for using your watercolour pencils, and there are so many you wouldn't believe. It's a really, really good book. But those pencils are incredible. The bundle is available on the website. The watercolour pencils, if you want them on their own, will be back in stock in about 3 weeks, something like that, which I'm really excited for because they've been out of stock for quite a while.
So you can see now by layering up those shades of yellow and orange and red, you get a much more realistic look to your robin's redbreast.
Because it's not just a block of colour, there's feathers there, aren't there?
Of course.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going slightly darker each time. Just colouring in little circle motions.
So what cardstock are you using here? Is it Ink Me 300 GSM?
Yeah, this is it. Which
really takes the takes colour as well, and because it's 300 GSM, it's quite substantial. You can go back to it and add more, and it's going to take that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kat, this is lovely.
Okay, so we go on to our browns, and I do exactly the same again. I start with my lightest shade that I'm going to use. And we come down the wings. I love these pencils for colouring. I must admit, I do use them more just for colouring than I do for
watercolouring.
For watercolour.
They're perfect for both, aren't they? Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's why watercolour pencils are so versatile. But like I say, that book has got so many different ways of using them and different effects that you can get with watercolour pencils. It's quite exciting. We should do a Prism show soon, Emily. So when they come back in stock, let's organise a Prism show where we can go through all the different techniques for watercolour pencils. Yeah, I think that'd be really good. I think it's choosing which demonstrator is going to get to do that, though, because I think they'll all be fighting to do it, because it's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Sharpen those pencils, would you?
How to sharpen them? Genuinely, there are a couple of different ways to sharpen your pencils. You can use a standard pencil sharpener. You absolutely can, and these will take it. But there is no better way to sharpen your pencils than with a really sharp craft knife. It's you can get the exact point or tip that you want on them. I've got something that's really indulgent. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Okay, when we do the watercolour pencil show, I will bring on my pencil sharpener. It's not sharp. It's a lathe, right? It's honestly, it's incredible. It's this brass lathe, and you just gently drag your pencils across it, and it takes off the tiniest little shavings. It's very indulgent. I'll bring it on. You'll love it.
Yeah, I've got like a mechanical one.
Do you use the mechanical one?
A really good one that my mum got us. I think she actually got it for my son, but I've pinched it. It gets that really, really fine. Because she uses pastel pencils for the work she does, so she needs special sharpeners to do. But I'm sure now you've mentioned that and she's watching, she'll be looking up what your one is, because
honestly,
she gets a bit obsessed with pencil sharpeners.
I'll bring it. You'll like it. I wish I had it. I'll go and get it now, but I get told off by Emily.
Okay.
So we've just
built up the colour in them. Let's go with a little bit more. Because they're actually quite light on the front robins, aren't they, after the red? It's not. Yeah. They're not a solid brown. But you
It's
get
so
the
cute.
idea.
They flit about, don't they? They jump from perch to perch with just a little flutter of the wings. It's so beautiful, isn't it, to watch? We watch Tony in our
I love
our
Tony.
garden. You think it's a strange name, but we have a cat called Rupert, and we did have a cat called Mark. So that's it's not quite as balmy as a cat called Mark.
No,
But,
I like proper names. I've got a cat called Eric.
Have you got a cat called Eric?
Yeah,
Well
I've got
done.
Eric, Mac, Rose and Bella. So they're all proper names.
They're proper
They're not-
names. Proper names are great for animals, aren't they?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay, so we've got that coloured in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in my oval nesting moonstone dies.
Jules Christina says, "Why not have find a way to have all three of them demonstrating?" Oh wow, we could have we could have a demonstrate off. That would be good, wouldn't it?
don't
A craft
start
off.
giving
That's the word. Craft off.
competition ideas. We don't like being in competition with each other.
Tracy says that she loves your demos. I do. I think with the watercolouring is really relaxing. I think it's beautiful. Tracy says she wishes she was this artistic. Don't worry, with the stamps, you can the design is done for you. So
It is, yeah.
And colour really is so subjective. You can choose any colours that you want.
Absolutely.
Those Prism watercolour pencils are brilliant.
And this effect that I'm doing here, like the it's like a bit of pyramage, isn't it? If you stamp it in another colour other than black, go for any colour that you like, and then do the pyramage effect. There's enough there to carry your card without doing
Absolutely.
any colouring. So, just try to space them as evenly as possible, and I'm just going to secure them with a bit of our low-tack tape.
Anne says she's just ordered the bundle and the beautiful stamps. Can't wait for them to arrive. Genuinely, Anne, our plan is that we're sending out this morning's orders today by the end of the day. It would be lovely, wouldn't it, if your order arrived with you tomorrow, ready for the weekend. That would be fabulous.
Absolutely. Right. So we're going to use our Gemini MIDI. Pop that in there.
That's the Hunky Dory low-tack tape that's been used there. So we have a low-tack tape stack, which is that the one from the stack, or
It
is that
is,
that's
yeah.
the one from the stack? Yeah, which has got all different sizes, hasn't it? So
Yes,
that
yeah.
which is perfect for if you need to get into the nooks and crannies. Low-tack tape is fabulous. It's so useful.
It's amazing. You can use it for so many things. You think it's just for sticking things down like dies and stuff, but when you come to using your inks and masking off areas
Absolutely.
and blending patterns, it's really useful.
I've seen cards made with it, actually using
Yes.
it to make the cards because the patterns are really pretty, so it really works.
Okay, so we can take away our outer frame and we just take our three main pieces now. And I'm just going to bring in our Prism alcohol marker, the black one, just to edge round the apertures, just to give it that little bit of a pop when we layer them up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my chisel end, so just round the outside of this one. You can just literally run it around the edge. You don't want to go onto the
Onto the image
card
itself,
stock
yeah.
too much.
Jan Lewis says, just curious, how many people work at Hunky Dory Towers? Jan, we've got, it's knocking on 100. I think the last count there were 80, I think it's about 85, something like that. People work here at Hunky Dory, but it's we're a big group of people, lots of crafters, so people in the creative team. But we've got people who work behind the scenes on Hunky Dory TV, the marketing team who send out all the awesome emails. As I say, the creative team who make all the cards, with design teams who make all the design all the fabulous products. Groups of people who do moonstone cutting dies and for the love of stamps. We've got obviously people who get involved with Prism and so on and so forth, the Premier Craft Tools, but also the team who designs our fabulous foiled and die cut products, which are all done in-house here at Hunky Dory Towers, manufactured over in the warehouse, which is why sometimes you get a little bit of noise or banging or so on that you hear, or indeed It sounds sometimes like a bit like Clapham Junction because there's people taking pallets and stuff past the studio here because we're in this box within the big warehouse. And all the guys doing their production up at the top end of the warehouse on those fabulous foiling machines. We've got all the people who pick and pack the orders. We've got the people who assemble all the products. We've got the team at Inspirations at the craft shop. There's so many people here, but it's a super team and a great place to work.
It is. It really, really is. So I'm just going to copy the effect that I've done on the edge of there, on the edge of my card blank, and this is a 5x7. So I'm just going to do a thin flat right line all the way around the edge.
I love this when I see things like this. Kim says, Hunky Dory, brilliant at sending out orders. Ordered Christmas Blockbuster Ultimate last Wednesday, got it on Friday, which is brilliant. That's what we're looking at. That's what we want to be at, and we are at the minute, which is fantastic. That's definitely where we want to be from a service perspective. It can't always be like that. I mean, sometimes there's too many orders, and sometimes you can end up with back orders of products. The Craft Buddy stuff has been on back order for up to a month, maybe even 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Some of it. It's been breaking our heart, but
It has.
finally,
I'm
that's
surprised
in,
when
which
it
is
came in. We've not heard a big woohoo from the customer service
well,
team.
it's, yes, so and it is in.
The amount of phone calls they get every single day
Which
with people chasing it up.
which you totally understand.
Yeah,
It's,
absolutely.
It's so difficult when you're waiting for something that you really want, isn't it?
Absolutely. So we just start building this up on our card blank now. So I start with my bottom layer using construction glue, and then we switch over to our foam pads. So I'm going to take these fabulous long thin ones. They're just great for moulding round things.
Becky says that she's not so good with colouring with crayons. What could you recommend in felt tips, please, as she's just got into stamping? We've got 2 different types of pens that we have here at Hunky Dory. We have, and again, we'll do a prism show and a masterclass on these as well. We've got our markers, our alcohol markers, which are fabulous. So many different colours in there. I think there's 84 different colours. In our alcohol markers, which are brilliant for blending together. We've also got our brush markers that are gorgeous. 6 different sets we've got, each have 12 pens in, but they are absolutely beautiful. Brush markers as well, if you're looking at brush markers, I think there's tiny amounts of stock left of those, which is why you've not seen us using them so much, because we really don't have very many left. But they will be, the big restock is coming in about 6 weeks, something like that. So you'll start seeing us using those a lot more.
Yeah, the fab.
So you're increasing the number of foam pads.
I have, so I've done my first layer just using the glue, 1 layer of foam pads on the second layer, and then 2 layers on this middle one. So it gives it that slight pyramage effect.
And I think you absolutely nailed it with the black marker around the outside.
Yeah, it just gives it that.
It does, doesn't it?
So.
Shows that you've got it's a little bit of shadow.
Yeah. So I'm going to take my smaller oval die and just cut away a bit of scrap, just using what I've already used for things, because we don't like waste. Run this through the die cutting machine, and I'm going to use this to make a little sentiment for the card.
Shirley says that she loves the brush markers and she has them all. They're brilliant, great, and they come in little packs that you can keep them in as well, so that you can store them in, which is good. Ellen says when she uses foam pads like Kath is doing, they stick to my fingers, not the top of frames. The foam pads they have 2 sides, and then they've got 2 sides, and obviously, they've got a peel off section, haven't they? So
yes.
I think the trick is to only peel that off.
The one that you need.
When you only peel off the one that you need, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you are sticking them on, you do always have to have one sticky side exposed.
Yes.
So they can, but I find that they come off easy. They don't leave any residue or anything on your fingers.
But it's important to not take off the. You don't take
both off at the same time.
Correct. Yeah.
So I've gone with this lovely winter. I think it's Winter Wishes. Yeah. And all these sentiments that come on the dies work perfectly for putting a sentiment out onto your inserts as well.
Tracy's got a great question. Does adding too many foam pads make the card topple over? And the answer to that, I should imagine, depends on whether the cat agrees with me, but because it's foam is really light. So even though it's quite substantial and will hold something proud of your card, it's actually very light. So no, it doesn't tend to. Obviously, if you put 20 foam pads all in one place, then it will be slightly heavier. But
it's about balance. As long as you balance it all out, and like you said, don't put anything all in one place. When you're like with our decollage, and we're doing lots and lots of layers, and we'll use a lot of foam pads, then just make sure when you're placing them, slightly different place each time, and you should be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about our decollage and we use foam pads with that, silicone glue's heavier, definitely, than foam pads. But we're using our foam pads with that. I mean, we go up to 6-7 layers with that, don't we, without any problem.
Easy.
If you ever do have any issues like that and you're worried about it toppling, the answer is to just put another piece of card on the back of your card, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that would balance it out as well, wouldn't it?
It will. It's balanced. So if you're going to do something that's particularly heavy in one corner, put something in the other that'll just keep it all.
I think life is about balance, isn't it?
It
Completely.
is. Ooh, that's very
Eating
deep.
food is about balance, definitely. So it's about balance. If you have an apple, then you're allowed a chocolate bar. Yeah. If you have a pear or something else good for you, you're allowed a beer. That's how it works. It's all about balance. Please do not take that as nutritional advice.
So I'm taking the other sentiment and stamping it into the top corner, and I am overlapping onto the topper that we've created. But if you give it a good firm press down, and then I'm going in. So it's very good and didn't use any gems on my first card, but I am going to add a couple here, just to finish off the opposite corners.
I really, really like Tracy Wilcox's message that comment that she's just put on. She said, that truly is a beautiful card. Love it. Lovely ideas. I'm inspired to give this a go. That is what it's all about here at Hunky Dory. We want to try and inspire you. We want to get you thinking about your craft and about what else you can do, because we give you the tools and the materials to get you started. The idea with Hunky Dory, the quality of Hunky Dory products, is that you can't make a bad card because you start with good quality. But there is so much that you can do when you add a little bit of your own inspiration, or take an idea from Pinterest or wherever. There's so much that you can do. So, Kat, that is beautiful.
There we go. Like I said, so it's quite a traditional stamped coloured card, but just by die cutting into it, you add that extra dimension. And this image particularly, take away these Christmas stamps, and it doesn't even have to be a winter card.
No,
you can
no,
make
no.
it quite summer, because like you said, you get robins all the time.
You absolutely do,
all
through the year. That's really, really nice. Kat, I love it. I love the use of diamond sparkles there as well, just added a little bit of extra.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Okay, so guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take another look at the beautiful VT with all the inspiration and the cards, and then we will go through the last few products that we have in the Little Red Robin collection. Of course, we still got to spin that wheel and do the Win It Weekly as well. Isn't it gorgeous? So hunkydorycrafts.co.uk is where you can go for your Little Red Robin collection, and indeed all other things Hunky Dory. Everything that is Hunky Dory that is available in the world is available on that website. Let me show you the next coordinating product in our Little Red Robin collection. It is this gorgeous, adorable scoreable cardstock. So a lovely selection of coordinating colours here. 30 sheets in total for £9.99. And they work beautifully with your little Red Robin collection. 350 GSM, as you'd expect. Lovely pillar box red there. Post box red, let's say that. And a beautiful holly green as well, as you'd expect. 3 sheets of each, so I'm just showing you one of each, but there are 3 sheets of each here. Isn't that lovely? What a beautiful grey. Perfect for use with snowy cards, I think. Oh, that's gorgeous as well. Kind of a steel grey, isn't it?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yes.
What a lovely colour. I love the colours that have been chosen here. That's actually, the lights might be washing out a little bit, but it's kind of a gorgeous frosty blue there. You probably see it as it goes down. There we go. Love the brown. So there's sort of a satin finish to our adorable scoreable. We also do Matte-tastic, which has a matte finish that you can stamp onto and so on. But this collection here uses the original adorable scoreable, so this coordinates beautifully with it. Gorgeous. All the different types of green and the different types of red here as well. So this is available right now on our website, hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. You'll find there will be a banner as soon as you go on the website for whatever it is that we're showing on Hunky Dory TV that day, but today it's our little Red Robin collection. You'll also be able to go to Christmas. There is now a Christmas section on the website up at the top. You'll be able to look at all the new Christmas collections, including the Blockbuster. Over half of the Blockbuster has now gone. The Blockbuster was launched 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Just over 2 weeks ago. It's meant to last all the way through for this year because it is Blockbuster 2021. There, the details have just come up on screen now. $49.99, you get 4 collections in that. There's over 100 quid's worth of goodies in that. It's available right now on the website, hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. You get free UK mainland shipping with that as well. And it's not $49.99 for club members. Make sure you're in the club. Always be logged in because then you'll see your club prices. Couple more things to show you here. First thing I'm going to show you is our Moonstone. And then we are going to go back to Kat for another demo. I've got cards to show you as well that I haven't shown you before that I should have done. I've misbehaved and done it all in the wrong order. Let's take a look here at the Moonstone dies. So there are 2 different Moonstone dies here. We've got the beautiful Merry Christmas, which is a lovely large format, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous?
It's stunning. There's just so much you could do with that.
I can show you a card here that's been... So that shows you sort of the size of that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's really, really attractive. $14.99 on our Moonstone cutting dies. But there is a deal on the Moonstone cutting dies where you can get 2 of them. And it's any 2, not just these 2. You can mix and match between any of the dies at the £14.99 price point on our website and get them for $24.98 and save a £5, which is brilliant. But may your Christmas sparkle. Lovely poinsettia effect around that aperture, isn't it? Which is really attractive. Let me see if I can find a card that has been made. Well, there's one for a start that's made using that lovely aperture. Isn't it beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
Is that just a little book page in there?
I think so,
It
yeah.
is. Isn't that really, really attractive?
So, yeah, so you can place your aperture anywhere around, you design anywhere around the circle, can't you? It doesn't have to be at the bottom. You could move it so your main poinsettia is at the top or at the side or...
So there's those holly, because I don't know if you saw, but just in the corner on this one, in the corner there's little holly leaves. Is it this one? Or is it it's from this one, is it the holly leaves? I think it's from this one. That's the kind of thing that I should know.
I think that's a sneak peek from something else.
Is it?
I think it is. I don't think that's meant to be there.
Is that not meant to be there? Look at that. That's that beautiful large format Merry Christmas. And it just goes to show how everything works so beautifully together. That is actually just a little book page. And that's a cutting die that's done that. One of our nesting dies?
Yes, I think
Must
so.
be. So is that not meant to be there either? Shall I hide it? Let's hide it.
I'm not sure.
Okay, one other thing I'm going to do before we jump off the Moonstone dies, I want to show you our 2 more of the stamp designs that were made by Kat. So Kat, you did both these, didn't you?
I did, yes.
So you've had fun with all 3 of these.
I have.
And what have you done with that one? Because that's the same stamp that you use, but in completely different style.
So I using the VersaFine embossing ink and then some white embossing powder onto the craft card, and then I coloured in with the pencils again. But like you said, because you've got that white embossed look, it gives a completely different look.
Well, it looks
and then
snowy,
I've
doesn't it?
used some like a white gel pen to do the the edges and add the snow detail to the background.
It really works. So the white gel pen, you can see it's been done by hand, but that adds to the character of the
Yes,
card.
oh yeah.
Definitely. And I love the use of pearls on there as well. They really work.
Yeah.
This is our Little Red Robin collection. The topper collection, the concept cards, the little book, and indeed the inserts are all together in your ultimate Little Red Robin bundle. We've seen the stamps, they're absolutely beautiful. We've looked at the Moonstone dies. We're going to go over to Kat in a second for our last demo of the day. But just before we do, I want to remind you of that Win It Weekly competition. If you want to be in with a chance of winning our Fairyland Miri Magic collection, which is just, it's worth £21.99, and there are 5 winners here today. We're going to give it away in about 10 minutes. Why was a football match postponed 29 times? We would like your answer. Is it A, adverse weather? Is it B, a serial streaker on the pitch? That isn't even streaking once. That's a serial streaker. Came back 29 times, got into the same football match and took off their pants. I think it's amazing. Or is it C, clashes with a cheese festival? That's some cheese festival, that. I don't know whether it went on for 29 matches worth of time or what, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Really, when we think about
festivals
it...
are once a year kind of thing, so would it go over 29 years?
Really, when we're thinking about it, it's leading us to what answer, isn't
Who
it?
comes up with the wrong answers? Because obviously the right answer is the right answer.
Well said, the right answer is the right answer.
So who comes...
What kind of mind do you have to come up with 2 wrong answers
Yeah.
that may or may not include a serial streaker on the pitch
Yes.
and clashes with a cheese festival?
festival.
What kind of mind would you have to have, Emily Ralph? Okay, let's go across to Kat and see what she's going to do with this final demo.
Okay, so I'm going to take that really lovely large Merry Christmas die and I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I'm going to turn it into a hanging decoration, but I'm going to use some of our grey board for this, so it's really, I mean, you can't tell over here, but it's really, really substantial and strong because I'm using 2 bits. But because I've showed you this one in advance, I'm going to use it in our craft card for the demo that I'm doing today, so you can see how just by using different cardstocks you can get 2 really different looks. So let's pop it off the backing sheet. And bring in my die cutter. And this will go through the midi size, all bits. So I'm going to start with the grey board. And that will cut lovely out of this, your big outer shape. Your inner one might be a little bit too detailed, but your block outer shape will cut perfectly out of there. So I'm going to bob that down.
So this craft board is available on the website.
Yes.
It's a great product for adding some, as you say, making things more substantial. So,
Yeah.
but working with die cutting, it's great because, and with toppers and so on. You know, our nesting dies, for instance.
Yeah.
Because the nesting dies match the shape of the toppers. If you wanted to turn a topper into something more substantial, you can do just by cutting out the same size nesting die and then matting and layering them together.
Absolutely.
It's really, really useful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, there is a little secret. This is the same stuff that you will find on the back of your, let me just show it here on this camera. On your little books, the exact same stuff that you find on the back of your little books. Or indeed, if you've got some craft pads, don't waste that, use it. So when you finish your little book, you've got a little bit of Dutch grey board.
You have. So cut that out twice. So you've got 2 pieces that will sandwich together and we can put our ribbon in. Now, what I'm going to do here with my white piece of card, which it isn't as important, this does show more effectively. No, it's not. I don't mean to do that. I'm going the wrong one. With our gold, because obviously this is going to be, one of these pieces is going to be the back of the decoration. But if you just cut it straight onto the red, it's not going to fit. It's going to be the wrong way round. So you're going to cut onto your card the wrong way, so you get a piece that fits. So normally you would place your die on top of your gold mirror, but we're going to do it the other way round. We're going to do it that way.
Okay, yes.
So then when you take it out, this should fit.
It'll be the right way round, yeah.
I'm hoping.
Well, the good news is we've got enough mirror here because I've promised that we've got pallets of it. So
we've
we've got enough mirror. We'll keep going till we get it right. We're going to have to do it twice to be sure it's right, I'm sure. So Carol, for our Win It Weekly question, has come up with quite an innovative way of making sure she's got the answer right. She says, I think it was a serial streaker whilst watching the match during the Cheese Festival in adverse weather. Smooth, Carol, smooth. Very smooth.
So that's worked. So
you did get it right. Was it the right way?
We did get it right.
Right first time.
Because you're cutting back to front with your die, it won't be as smooth as it would be the right way around. But for the back of a decoration, it's better than just having your grey board. So I'm just going to use the construction glue to pop that on there. And because you've got that wiggle room, that drying time, you can just make sure it's all perfectly lined up. And
it was like a hall of mirrors there, you know, when you were doing that and you were bending it around your face, you could see your face. It was good.
Right.
So construction glue, you can use it with Miri, and if you're careful, if you get construction glue on the front of Miri, then you'll get sort of a sheen will appear, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So you don't want to do that, but you can if you're careful, you can absolutely use it, and it will stick it and do a really good job, because obviously construction glue, when it dries, that's some adhesive, that, isn't it?
It is. Right, I'm jumping ahead now, so by mistake. I'm going to cut it one more time out of the craft card for the front.
And this is the joy of cutting dies, guys. They are not a one-use item, they are craft tools. You can use them again and again and again and again, and make, you know, hundreds of embellishments or whatever it is that you want to make with your cutting dies. You just keep on going.
Absolutely. These would be great little gifts to make for somebody, or like really, really extravagant gift tags. So, exactly the same as we did before.
Maggie's laughing about me saying, when you finish your little book, don't throw away your Dutch grey board, use it. She says, whoever finishes a little book.
That is very true.
I totally get that. There are 144 sheets in a little book. It takes some going. It's such good value. But I know people who collect the little books, and it just means that whenever they need a card, they've got, or a theme, they can find the right image for it from their stash. And I think it's so good to have that tucked away.
Absolutely. So, bring in the more detailed die now, the Merry Christmas. And I'm going to cut that twice, once out of gold and once out of white. So we can do that nice shadow effect. Because the die's designed just for you to cut it once and it to go onto the background, but just to add that extra layer, I'm going to do it twice.
Right, I've taken a closer look at the festive floral aperture die because I didn't manage before the show, so I do apologise that I didn't do the best job of showing which cards went with which. But yes, the cards that we were showing, you could make them from this lovely festive floral aperture die, because you get that aperture, you also get a lovely sentiment, May Your Christmas Sparkle, you get a season's greeting sentiment, and you get some holly there as well, so it's really, really good value for money.
Yeah. Just give this a quick brush over, make sure everything's come out.
It's so useful, that tool.
Beautiful.
That tool again is available on our website, all of our Premier Craft tools. If you haven't seen or used our Premier Craft tools products before, there is a section on the website for Premier Craft tools. Go and take a look. They're really, really useful, from the stamping press that we showed you earlier, that brilliant die brush. There's punches on there that are available. 1 or 2 punches out of stock that will be coming back into stock, but we have scissors, we have, I mean, there's so much. The adorable scoreboard itself, which is an award-winning product. There's absolutely bucket loads in there, and more to come as well. The A3 mat that Kat's using there, that's available. 12x12 version, 8x8 version. Craft knives, so much. Great stuff, Premier Craft Tools, isn't it?
It is. But it is dangerous, because once you get on there and you just think you need one thing, and then you just cannot stop.
There's trimmers, there's guillotines.
But okay, so we'll just pop out the excess.
So that shows just how useful that die brush is. It just pops anything, all the bits and pieces out. You've got your poker tool at one end. You've got the spatula at that end as well.
Yeah.
And one retracts and the other one can get popped out. And you've got the brush itself, which is on a roller mechanism. So it rolls along. It won't damage your card, but it will just help to pop any bits out. Obviously, all your intricate dies will all do that. They'll all want to try and they don't want to leave the pretty sentiment. They want to stay there with it, don't they?
Stay there.
So you have to tell them, no, it's time to go. And that pokey tool does it perfectly for you. Just $9.99 that craft tool, and again, of course, 5% off if you're in Club Hunky Dory, which is free to join. Make sure you're logged in. You see those prices on your website.
I think just spotted one there. There we go. So I'm going to take, if I can find it, some PVA glue. Is that the one thing I forgot to bring in today? No, I've got some here.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, so I'm just going to get this onto the back of my hand, she says.
It might be.
Here.
This is where you keep a pin. Oh, that one's really good, yeah, because that opens the little white craft glue that you've got there.
Yeah.
Has a little. It sort of closes itself. The nozzle closes itself, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Guys, it's totally up to you. If you want to put the glue on the back of your hand, it's not something we recommend doing necessarily. So, you know, you would. What do they say with fabric? Try it on an out of the way piece before you start using it. So you try it on an out of the way piece before you start using it on your hand potentially. I don't know. But,
I'm fine. I've used it many times. I've signed all the forms and
have
the
you signed on,
waivers.
so you're okay. But
I'm not allowed to sue them if I start having adverse reactions.
But the girls do tend to do. I think everybody does this actually. It's and then it just wipes off afterwards, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Or you forget about it and go to the shops and people look at you and discuss because you think you've got some kind of horrible disease. The back of your hand peeling off.
There you go. Tracy says, I did that once with the glue and ended up with an allergic reaction. Please test it first. There you go. Absolutely. You can use it on your craft mat, obviously.
Yes.
Any kind of piece of acrylic would do to put it on. That would really work.
A little sponge. You could pick it up with a little sponge and dab it over the back. There's lots of different ways.
Mm. And obviously, you've got to make sure, be very, very careful, because you wouldn't want to do that with, say, construction glue or silicone glue or anything like that. But you've got to make sure that you are not allergic to a PVA glue if you were to do that.
Yeah. And everybody's different, so you definitely check.
Sounds like we're backtracking a lot now, Kat. It does, doesn't it?
No, well, I say every time I do it, I do say, this is what I do, but if it's not for you, don't do it. Like I said, I'm using this technique 2 or 3 times a week at least, so I know I'm absolutely fine with it. But
we had a question. What's the best adhesive to use to make boxes? Hazel said construction glue. Tina said construction glue or red liner tape. Emma uses red tape. So Wendy uses a hot glue gun. So here we go. This is where it totally shows that it's horses for courses. It's what works for you. Test it, trial it. With the adorable scoreboard, obviously that craft tool, you can use it a million times.
Yes.
So you can make as many boxes as you like. But yeah, test it. Personally, I think, I know people Sheila, she absolutely swore by using construction glue.
Yes.
And would then peg it.
Yeah.
To keep it neat. Whenever I've made boxes, I prefer to use, for the adorable scoreboard box challenge, I used...
you're bringing this back up.
I am bringing this back up.
The controversy.
The controversy. I used a tape runner, and I thought that was brilliant. As long as you didn't want to put anything in your box, it would work every time.
Yeah, it's not very long lasting.
But ultra high tack tape's great, isn't it?
So I've just taken the back piece and a bit of ribbon, and I'm just going to tape a loop inside because we're going to sandwich these pieces together. So we've got 2 pieces of grey board and then a piece of craft card and a piece of gold mirror on the back. So this is going to be extra durable and lovely and thick. So we'll just sandwich that in between there.
Regarding the glue on the back of the hand, Anne Dawson said it's very clever actually. She says use a piece of acetate.
Yeah.
Another really good idea is, you know, the clear bags that the products come in?
Yes.
Which now, by the way, guys, are recyclable. They can go, or they are in most areas, can go in into your normal recycling.
Right,
you
that's
could
good.
use the clear bag for it, because that's a perfect use for it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes. So, lots more construction glue. And then we just add one
Faith
together.
has said, is there a chance you could do a section on the website that shows the week's new items? I tried to catch all the shows, but sometimes it's just impossible. It makes perfect sense, Faith. I know that if you were ever to go to the papercraft section, all the products are in order that they have been launched. So you'll find where it says Hunky Dory Collections, for instance, you'll find that Little Red Robin is right at the top there. So you can always check there for all the papercraft. But yes, you are right. Latest items is a really good idea.
So, there we go. And you can see exactly the same thing done, but two completely different styles and
Isn't that
looks.
fab? I think that's lovely, just for hanging it on your tree.
Yeah.
It really works. And because you've got that, it's substantial. And that's using Adorable Scoreable there, isn't it?
Yeah, we've used Adorable Scoreable on this one. And Craft Card and Miri and some White Ink Me on this one. Yeah.
Lovely. Great way of... So you can use them on your cards, as you would understand, but you don't have to. Okay. You've come back to me and I wasn't quite ready, and now I'm like this. And it all looks really unprofessional, and I'm sorry. What was I looking for? Yes, it was that one. That's put that there. So that's gorgeous. That Merry Christmas, but just chopped and put into two different sections. While I'm here, I'd just like to show the festive floral aperture again, and do a better job of showing. That's the aperture itself being used, but also that Season's Greetings, which is just up here at the top, and the holly leaf there has been used beautifully. I think it's a lovely pair of cutting dies here. Today we've been looking at our gorgeous Little Red Robin collection. I hope that you have enjoyed it, but we've got two more things to do before the end of the show. And the first is to give away our Win It Weekly to our Win It Weekly winners. And again, I'm looking around like somebody nonplussed, but I found it. This is what we're giving away. So we're giving away 5 Welcome to Fairyland Miri Magic Collection. You guys have been putting your answer to this question onto the comments in each of our shows Monday, Wednesday and Friday this week. Why was a football match postponed 29 times? Was it A, adverse weather? Was it B, somebody taking off all their clothes and running around 29 times? Or was it C, clashes with a cheese festival? I am desperately hoping that the answer is B, and I have a piece of paper here that's going to tell me. Are you ready at home? The answer is boo, it's A. Oh. The answer is A. Back in the icy winter of 1979, oh, this is good, isn't it? Has everyone sat down? Have you all got a cup of tea? Back in the icy winter of 1979, the Scottish Cup, second round clash between Inverness Thistle and Falkirk
Woohoo!
had to be postponed no fewer than 29 times. That's a terrible accent. Had to be postponed no fewer than 29 times.
I'm rather offended.
Are you offended?
With my Scottish blood.
With
yeah.
your Scottish blood, I'm sorry. The original date for the game was January the 6th, but the clubs had to wait 47 days until the King's Mill ground was eventually declared playable on February the 22nd. Answer C is not entirely incorrect, as back in 2015, a match between Frome Town and Chippingham Town was cancelled due to a scheduling clash with the Frome Cheese Show. But there have not been 29 streakers on the pitch, unfortunately, which I'm desperately sad about. Okay, shall we see who have won, who the winners are, for our Win It Weekly? Let's take a look. Congratulations, here we've got Lorraine Jarvis. You have won that lovely Welcome to Fairyland Miri Magic Topper Collection, as has Dorothy Davidson, as has Rose Lippett, Dorinda Duffin, and Sandy Wild. Congratulations to all 5 of you. We are going to get those out to you today, as long as you get in touch with us and let us know your address details. Please don't put your address details in the comments. Send them to us via direct message, either on Facebook, you can do it, or you can email studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk, and you 5 are the winners. Congratulations and well done. If you didn't win, do not worry. There will be another Win It Weekly next week and each and every week after that. And we give away over 100 quid's worth of goodies every week, and I think it's fab. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the question is going to be for next week. Are you ready, guys? The end of our show. It's Friday. What we like to do is spin the wheel. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Give it a bit of a twist and just see if we can take the light off it. No, off it. Yeah, there we go. That's not bad. That's not bad. There's lights everywhere. Don't worry. Okay, everyone. Well done. Here's what we do. At the end of our show on a Friday, Thancraft It's Friday show, we spin the wheel and we give away something cool. What's on this wheel? There's a £50 voucher. There's an adhesive bundle, a moonstone die. That would be of your choice.
Yeah.
Whoever wins will be able to choose one from the website, and it doesn't matter how expensive it is, you can have it. A topper collection. Again, you could choose any topper collection. I think that's really good, that one.
Yeah.
The craft markers, a £25 voucher. There is, I'm now looking upside down, Premier Craft Tool pattern packs. £10 voucher. There's so much more on there. Are you ready to spin, Catherine?
I think so. I'm trying to tip it forward at the same time to let it right.
Oh, she's good. It's a very good spin. It's a very good spin. And the answer is an adhesive bundle. Congratulations. Someone's going to win that. They're going to win it right now. What's in an adhesive bundle? Let's make it up on the spot. What would you, if you were having an adhesive bundle, Kat, what would you like in it?
Construction glue.
We'll put that in it.
PVA glue.
We'll put that in it.
Foam pads.
We'll put that in it.
Red tape.
We'll put that in it.
Finger lift tape.
We'll put that in it.
More double-sided tape.
We'll put that in it.
More construction.
We'll put that in it. Do you know what else we're going to put in it?
What I'm going to put in?
We're going to put a heat gun in there as well, and some heat gun sticks. Is that all right, Emily?
Absolutely.
Do you mind? Can you remember all this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, so Emily, I want a question. Do we have a question? Which is your favourite of the 4 blockbuster kits that we launched 2 weeks ago? Is it contemporary? Is it cute? Is it classic? Or is it winter? Which one? Comment with your answer. In a minute's time, have you got a minute on the clock?
Yeah.
Awesome. In a minute's time, Emily is going to choose one person who answered with any of those. Which is your favourite? Is it contemporary? Is it winter? Is it classic? Or is it fun? Which is it? Or cute, whatever you want to call it. In fact, just put anything. And she'll choose somebody and we'll give it away. While we're doing that, let's take a look. TV schedule. Create and Craft. Sky 683, Freeview 95, Virgin 748 and FreeSat 816. Catch Natalie now. Right now, right this minute. So when we finish, jump straight over to Create and Craft with the fantastic For the Love of Stamps Winter Delights collection. She's there live right now as we speak. We're going to add a product to our rollover, which has still not been won, and it is some black self-adhesive shimmer roll. Lovely, gorgeous midnight black colour. That's going into the rollover. Next up on Hunky Dory Craft TV, Sketchbook Stamps Take on Christmas. Tune in on Monday at 10 a.m. to see the new Winter Delights collection. Do you know who's on Monday? We are. The levels of professionalism here at Hunky Dory TV abound, don't they? We have no idea what we're doing. But we're just about to give away an adhesives bundle that also has a glue gun in it. Emily, who is your winner? Have you chosen?
Yeah.
Okay, who is it?
It's Linda Dallison.
Linda Dallison, congratulations, you have been chosen. You've commented on which is your favourite blockbuster collection, and you are now going to be the proud owner of an adhesives bundle, including a Premier Craft Tools glue gun.
It's her birthday.
It's her birthday, is it? Well, congratulations and happy birthday as well. Guys, we genuinely give things away. That will get sent out to you today. If you'll just contact us, either on Facebook, as we said, or indeed you can email studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk and we will sort that out. Everybody, go and watch Natalie. She's on Create and Craft TV right now. I'm going to say bye from me. I'm going to say bye from Emily.
Bye.
Bye from the beautiful Catherine.
Aw, bye.
Thank you so much, Kat. We really enjoyed your demos today. 3 amazing demos again.
Thank you.
The stamp card was particularly special.
Aw.
And we hope you have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday at 10 a.m. Bye, guys. Take care.